bitch ass nigga. Yeah.
Squad.
My cousin out in Atlanta, he asked me, cuz, you need a producer name, you need a tag. He was like, what they call you at school? And I was like, shit, all my friends just call me Guel. I ain't got no special nickname. So I ran with Guel. He had an artist say my tag. They sent me back the tag. And Spank ended up taking me to the sessions. At the time, I wasn't Guel on the beat to them, but I said I make beats, and from that point, they had me pull up beats, and the rest was history. For some reason, I just hummed out a tune. I felt like the tune was nice. The main sound of the melody was nothing but strings. So I used a VST called Xenology, where they have basically live sound and instruments, and I got a string up out of there. I didn't really do too much counter melody on the beat, but for sure, the second part of the melody was just a second string, but a deeper bass kind of string to add on to the beat. And the third sound was also a Xenology sound. It wasn't a string, but it was a pad, ambient pad, and I just ended up putting it in there because it had a late delay on it, and I felt like it sounded good. So after I laid out the melody, I ended up just putting in basic drums. I had my go-to hi-hat. I didn't really chop it up in any kind of specific way. Then I did a snare for the clap. I didn't use no other clap. I just used a snare. 2 Detroit perks out of a Detroit kit. On the 808s, I did a simple, catchy pattern I felt like was catchy to my ear. And then when we roll into the switch up, I normally always do a switch up so the beat doesn't get repetitive to anybody. When we get into the switch up 808s, I kinda just went all over the place with them, but I wanted them to still be on beat and catchy. The first pattern, I had the 808s clash. I didn't cut it at all because I felt like the pattern was wide enough to the point where the next 808 would hit harder with the clash, but the clash just sounded perfect and it sounded like some of them reversed, so I ended up liking that. My main inspiration of my sound is D-Rich, but I try to branch from it and use like Detroit perks and Chicago sound with pianos and whatnot. My overall experience with DCG has been nothing but like turnt, different kind of vibes. Like my whole thing right now is just to work consistently and work hard without even putting it in people's face. Just show up to the session, play the beats, make as many beats as I can for any artist that I do work with, and just push out consistent work.